What are my legal blind spots in my small businesses? What we're talking about today in the eCentral Business Show. I'm joined by Jeremy Streten, the author of the business Legal Lifecycle. Jeremy, this has actually been a top seller on Amazon, correct?
Yes, thanks for having me. And yeah, we were quite proud when we launched the book to be able to get it up there as an Amazon bestseller.
Oh, tremendous. Now, we're going to talk about the subject of blind spots in small business. I'm a small business, I admit it. Yep. I think I've got blind spots, but educate me, because that's obviously what you need to do as a business person. Educate yourself on those things you don't know, and do something about them. So what are some things I should be looking for?
Yeah, so there's probably three big ones that I see people get wrong all the time in their business. The first one would be structures. The second one would be if they're bringing on employees, not doing that correctly. And the third is not engaging with their customers and clients properly, which causes problems down the track.
Oh, tell me about that one. You touched a nerve there, Jeremy. But okay, well, let's dig into that. So structure-wise, we know in Australia it's so simple to start a business. You get yourself an ABN.
Yep.
Put an ad on Gumtree even, hey presto business, but there's more to it than that, and there should be a bit more thought around that once you start getting the ball rolling, yeah?
That's exactly right, John. It really depends on what business you're setting up and your personal circumstances. So you can set up companies to trade businesses, you can set up discretionary trusts to trade businesses, you can trade businesses in your own name. It really depends on your personal circumstances, and so you need to get advice from your lawyer, your accountant, and other consultants to make sure that what you're getting is correct and is the correct structure for you. There's no one size fits all. A lot of people think there is. There's a lot of barbecue advice that goes on, and that's well-meaning. I don't mean to deride that, but it's well-meaning barbecue advice, but often it's not right for the person's business. So it's really important to get that advice right. Talk to the consultants and make sure that it's done correctly. Otherwise, it could cost you more in tax. It could cost you more in problems down the track that could cost you, end up costing you thousands of dollars in legal fees to fix the problems that should have been fixed at the beginning.
Yeah, okay. And those sort of flow on to even protecting IP and those sorts of things. Even off camera, I appreciate the conversation we had about running as a sole trader for 17 years and now saying, no, I'm building the business. This is now a growing concern. We're going places. What structure's right for me? And so I value the advice you gave me around that. It was actually pretty simple, but obviously, and obviously, getting that right is doing that in a legal setting. I take it as well, Jeremy.
That's right. Yeah. So obviously, there's many ways to be right, and so making sure that it's legal, it's not that hard, but it's just tailored to your specific circumstances. So that's why I always give the great lawyer answer. It depends. People hate that, but it is what the correct advice to give.
Okay, tremendous. Now, how about employees? You mentioned that in your hit list.
Yeah, so I think that's another problem that I see time and time again with business owners is not engaging their employees correctly. So not having proper employee contracts, that's a huge one. You need to set the ground rules early on, and if you don't set the right ground rules, then that ends up costing you and your business a lot of money because you haven't put those things in place properly. So getting those employee contracts right is really important. The other part is workplace policies. So having policies about how your staff are meant to engage, whether or not they're full-time employees, part-time employees, contractors, really doesn't matter. You need to set out your expectations for them. Otherwise, you can't enforce anything because you haven't put the rules in place before you actually brought them on.
That's right. Yeah, it's just this sort of cloud of behaviour type thing that's actually needs a bit of rigidity as you grow a business. So I've come to appreciate that all too well as well. So yeah, you're touching you're finding some blind spots with me, I tell you, Jeremy. Now, moving on then, process is another thing you mentioned at the beginning. So what are you talking about there?
Process in engaging with your clients and customers. That's really big as well. It's the same as employees.
No, that's three from me. three from me, Jeremy. Okay, elaborate. You're going to talk about contracting clients, yeah?
That's right, and actually engaging properly with your clients. So don't feel bad. Most small businesses get these things wrong. I see that all the time with business owners, and not having the right processes in place early on and just doing things on a handshake causes lots of problems for business owners. Relationships start out well. That all happens. It always happens. Everything's good. But when things go bad, if you've just done a deal on a handshake, it can be very hard to enforce that agreement or to really know what the terms of that agreement were. That's why it's important to put it in writing. Yeah. If you give someone a handshake and say, we're going to do this, and then they have one interpretation of what's meant to happen and you've got another interpretation, then going to court, and I never want to go to court if I can avoid it, because it's a costly, time-consuming and emotionally consuming process. But if you have to go to court, then a judge will go, this is your opinion, this is their opinion, the truth is somewhere in the middle. But if you've got it in writing, if you've committed the contract to writing, and if you engage with them properly, you don't have that problem because everything's there, everything's in writing, and you don't have to worry about what the actual terms of the agreement are. So if you can put the contracts in writing, then you'll hopefully avoid all those problems that people fall into by not doing so.
Well, from my point of view, my own learning recently is the importance as you grow a business and you've got responsibilities to pay staff, pay lease premises, pay yourself even.
Yep.
Without a contract in place, a client might just wander off and leave you in the lurch, and wondering how you're going to make ends meet that particular month. So there's a big learning. That's been my big one for 2018.
Really?
Anyway, look, there's more to it than that, and I know I asked you just to pull out some really big some bullet points around this, but there's much more. In terms of, and that's where obviously you have a good appraisal and a good conversation with a quality legal professional like yourself is really important. Now, how do people get more from this process today? They can obviously grab a book.
They can grab a copy of the book, and I've put together a webpage for today.
Thanks.
If people want to go to businesslegallifecycle.com.au/eCentral, I've put together a page. It's a very basic page. People can order a copy of the book. But as a thank you for having me on, I've also given anyone who goes onto that website the ability to take one of our placement tests.
Okay.
That is a test that takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete, so it's not long. It's worth $95. I'm going to give it to your viewers for free.
Okay.
As a thank you. And what it does is it asks about 30 questions and it places you within the business legal life cycle. There are 13 phases. It'll place you in a phase. It'll tell you what you need to do in that phase. It will tell you what you've missed from the past and tell you what you need to do for the future. The value that we see there is it sees the blind spots that you don't see, and you can either you can contact me if you want any help with the legal side of it, or you can contact your lawyer and go through the test with them, and they can make sure that you've got all the things in place so that you can see those blind spots, so you don't have those common mistakes people have in business.
No, you can move on to the next phase by the sound of it.
That's
okay.
Right. Yep.
Jeremy Streten, thank you very much for your time today. And that's another episode done, the eCentral Business Show. I'm John Naylor. Thank you very much for watching another episode of the eCentral Business Show. What we're doing on the eCentral Business Show is we're bringing you business leaders and the best of the knowledge. We want to bring them on the show and release that content so that that's something that we can share with you via this easy to consume format. So you can follow us across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, or just regularly visit the eCentral.com.au/show website, pick out the best things for you and educate yourself on that premise. Now there's video content there for you, so you can just watch the video and inform yourself in your own time. We've also now podcasting that content as well, so it's really simple to consume. You can listen to it on the way to work in the car or during your daily exercise regime. Beyond that, we're also looking to connect with business experts. So if you consider yourself to be an expert in your field, please make contact so we can schedule you in and have you come on the show. So you can release your content and increase your brand across our format. Beyond that, we also invite people to send us their email address so we can send you our monthly magazine. And that's just the best of the content, the best of the videos for the month, put out once again in an email, arrives in your inbox, so you can just go through and pick out the things that are really going to educate you and advance you in your field of expertise and in business. We're a business-focused show. So thank you very much once again for watching, and we'll see you next time.